And we are live to tape. It is April 8th, 2026. It is Masters Eve. We're recording as the Part 3 contest is going on. It is wagers on weekdays, not weekends. Wagers on weekdays. Wow. With Xander, coming to you live from Nashville on the east side. Welcome in. It's all Masters today. We've got no group pairings. We've got no other news. Lost king of the court. So who cares? Nothing else happening besides the best golf tournament of the year. And I've got a full card for you. That's why I'm working to get this show out early. Also going to go behind the scenes of some of what my mind is thinking. I'm building some of these cards. Give you some information that you can tail me or just kind of use that information to build your own, because definitely don't have bets on every player, and it's highly unlikely I have 6 outrights. It's highly unlikely that they finish 1 through 6. So we'll talk about what is needed to succeed around Augusta, and we'll get you off and running. Before that, Thursday morning comes up pretty quick, and we get the inevitable tweets of, looks like Max Homa's in the second group. Homa will be 2 under through 3, and there will be about 3 people tweeting, "Congrats to Max Homa, your 2026 Masters champion." We're on to whatever. What's next? RBC. Those are really funny guys. Real original, Rondell. All right, so where should we start? Let's start with form. Let's take a look at, because we talked about our outright plays on Monday's show. Obviously, we'll recap that. It hasn't changed. I have not added any other outrights, although there are a couple that maybe just one might make the card that we'll talk about 3 ways. That's in the 90 plus market, but I'm not interested. I have too much spread around in the middle. When it comes to wanting to add any more, they're just kind of hurting my odds. Got to commit. So we'll look at some recent form here. We'll look at Masters recent form. We are deep enough. Let's look at a couple. If you're getting into the big Millie Maker DFS, it's going to be fun. $10 buy-in. The winner gets $1 million. Just picking 6 golfers. Can you believe that? And we'll talk about some ownership projections. Not the biggest DFS guy, but want to make sure to sprinkle to all fields. So, as always, let's fumble around sharing the screen. All right. We're going right into the tournament cheat sheet. No, we're not. You can't see that. What the hell? There we go. Nope. And here you go. Should be able to see that a little better. So we've got our cheat sheet here for this season. Strokes gained average. Surprisingly, Knapp leading into this. And then Scotty, Rory, Xander, all your usual suspects. Højgaard's going to be very highly tipped this week on a player down the board for an outright. Cam Young, obviously a lot of people's favorites to win this week. I believe his odds pre-season, Masters odds, float around almost for a year. I think some people are out there with 100+ to 1 tickets on him, and he's all the way down into the 20s. So what are we going to look for here on some metrics? So one thing that actually the only thing that can really pop at Augusta is one category. Like if you are fucking around and everywhere else, you're not going to get right at Augusta. That's just the bottom line. Course is too demanding. It's too firm. It's too precise. to be out there, and then there's too many hazard spots for you to really be slipping up. So the one category, if you take a guess, should be pretty obvious. It's putting. So if we're just looking at strokes gain base alone, we're going to look for guys that have been stroking the ball well, flushing it. Unfortunately, the guy at the top that's been flushing it, it's Morikawa. But who in their right mind could take Morikawa right now with everything he's said in pressers, everything he's shown us, which is nothing, and WDing from the players, but WDing last week. It's just it's a prove it to me. It's a live bet. He's not going to run away and hide round one, you don't think. But the way his game was, he's a guy that is a ultimate major contender if the flat stick is rolling, and that's always been his biggest weakness. That's everyone's known that. Now here's a guy second to him that is on a lot of my card. I got to be honest, I love a lot of Adam Scott this week, and coming into this week on this season, he's second in the field in strokes gain approach, and we'll see ball striking as well. Yeah, he's fifth in ball striking. So he's basically even with the field when it comes to putting, and he's been solid off the tee. He's been really, really solid off the tee. And Adam Scott is a guy. So this year is going to be unlike any other for the betterment of the tournament. Is we're not going to have to deal with weather delays. We're not going to have to deal with wave conditions that are going to favor half the field and really kind of shrink the tournament. We're going to get perfect conditions, firm, fast. I mean, this is the best irrigation system maybe on the planet. So if they feel like it's too firm after round one, they can make this course a little softer, a little more receptive. Or do they want to see? It's really going to be up to the tournament officials. Do they want to see a 6-under winner? Do they want to see, the Danny Willett year? I think he won at 5-under over Spieth. That could be possible. 20 plus debutant. You got seniors. You got a bunch of amateurs. The field is basically 40 golfers, if we're being realistic. And 30 if you really want to trust. I'd say one thing that you can trust here is top golfers win the green jacket. Even if you look at Danny Willett, he was 12th in the world going into that tournament, so you can keep that slander to yourself. It's just not a household name. So we have here pulled up, Scott's recent finish has obviously been good. 21st, 56, not ideal, but 11th, 4th. Missed the cut last year, but T22, he hangs around. He makes the cut, T9. He's obviously won here, 2013. And like last year, missing the cut, uncharacteristic of Scotty, the original Scotty. He's a big one. Brooks, biggest question mark. And guess what? He fits our criteria of what we just said. Putting is the one area that can pop. He's played here enough where he knows these greens. This isn't coming into the Houston Open. This isn't a bunch of tour stops he hasn't seen in 5+ years. The one thing that has stayed constant since he went to live was that he's been at Augusta every year. He's not missed Augusta. He's been here. He missed the cut last year in a nasty form. His game was just not in form. Nowhere close to what it is now. He's third in the tour on ball striking this season and approach play. Missed the cut, but then T45, T2, that's when he was head-to-head with Rahm. And then first year live cut, got T7, T2. I mean, the guy's incendiary. The guy is exactly who you think he is. He's a boomer bust guy in majors. Now, I was bought into him 3 weeks ago, and we're not going to go down all these players, just kind of top of the board here. And I was bought into him 3 weeks ago. Got in at 45-1. Could still get in at that number. So that's why he's on my ticket. I don't know if I would take him, but I will say I'm happy 3 weeks ago, guy. Me place that bet because this is the other tournament I think he can pop at. And if putting's all he needs to get hot, this is what we can see happen. See, Woo's another player. The putter can fail him, but he's going to be less erratic than Brooks off the tee. So Si Woo, major factor this week. Fitzpatrick, as we've seen, he's got that controlled, low trajectory drive and shots overall, which could be an issue this week. That type of shot is going to require a world-class short game. It's because you're just not stopping anything on these greens with that type of trajectory. So that's why I'm kind of off Fitzpatrick this week comparative to other people. I just don't. He's working on a cut shot right now, a week out, to add a little more spin, and I don't like the tinkering. The guy we've been betting on the last couple weeks, he's just been mashing it down the middle with the controlled shot. Off the tee, he should be fine, but it's that approach that's going to concern us. Gerard, he's too much of a liability. I know he's been popping well, but the last couple weeks, he's missed 2 of his last 3 cuts. He's played 3 events in 6 weeks, and he's missed 2 of those cuts. Like, a lot of the statistics are from the very start of the season. We played 5 weeks in a row and had top 20s in every one. Akshay, he's on the card. If he just stays level with the field off the tee, the guy can ball strike you to death, and he can get hotter than anyone putting. Saw it at the Arnold Palmer. Very similar, firm, fast conditions at Arnold Palmer. Really like Akshay. Rory, what's it going to be like? He hasn't played in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. What's it going to be like coming in defending? He was here for the women's amateur. So, question marks. Rose, a lot of people know his first-round leader acumen. Obviously lost in a playoff last year. He's missed 2 of the last 3 cuts, or 2 of the last 4 cuts at the Masters. I don't feel like people know that. Everyone's just kind of finagling. There we go. Fingering. Pause. Finagling Rose into their lineups. And he has had history here of swinging and missing. And you want to say his form wasn't right in 2024? He's been playing good golf for the last 2 seasons now. So we shall see what Rosie does. Kitayama, a pretty solid candidate, a guy that keeps it in play, and a guy that needs his putting to really just contend in tournaments. Around the green, question marks. Højgaard's going to be popular. Got to keep it on the map. Big issue. Berger, he's been ball striking the piss out of the ball. And he's going to pop well here. Oh, shit. Here we go. Yeah, he's just kind of been hit or miss because of his injury. T20 last year quietly. He's got some T10s. Like, he's trending in the right direction. He's been in contention this season, kind of getting the ball rolling. It's just there's these group of guys here. You can see it on the screen with these 3 dashes. This is truly unlike anything I can ever remember. I don't think this ever happened. So many of these, and Berger's not a favorite, But so many of these guys that you know and names that you know have taken time off leading up. Kawa obviously hurt. Kawa hasn't played in 6 weeks. In golf, that's an eternity. You could come back. He could be a whole new guy on the course. And you want me to put my hard-earned American dollars on that? I don't know. Yeah, Cam Young. It almost makes me want to think that I should put together over round score parlay of all these guys. Let's cook up something crazy for. Let's put together 5 or 6 legs. Here, we'll switch here. Round score, 2-ball round score. Of the players that have missed at least 3 tournaments in a row coming in for a little rust. What the hell is this? Only 2 players? What are we doing here? All right. So who do we say? We could probably look. Lowry feels like he hasn't played in a while, right? Where's our cheat sheet? Yep. Let's see here. All right. Let's remember these names. Not including Zach Johnson. Scotty, Rory, Morikawa, Cam Young, Berger, Rose. Yeah, that seems good. And yeah, VJ. Not sure if we'll get that. All right, let's take a look at what that will look like. All right. Where are you guys at? There we go. Over. And look, I mean, that's still Rory could shoot 1 under, be perfect condition. Cam Young could shoot even, and we're still cashing that. Dead air, really good. Really good for listenability, but you should be listening at 2x anyway. God damn it, where are all our guys at? There we go. Rose, over. Don't see Morikawa. Scotty, over 70. What the fuck? They're not including Morikawa? What are they, chicken shit? What is this? No Morikawa prop bets? What is this dog shit? DraftKings? Come on. Who are you? Yeah, there it is. Wow. No Morikawa prop bets. That is pathetic. All right, let me just double check to see if there's any other three-seaters here. Cam Young. Oh, I didn't see Berger. Go back and look for Berger. Rose, McIlroy, Akshay. Got to throw Akshay in there. There's Berger. Berger over. And did I miss Akshay Bhatia? Might have. Might just go 6 legs. What's that? Plus 950. And then if we throw Akshay in there, if we can find him, that would be, here we go, 13-1. It seems very, very low for a 7-leg parlay. It's a potential option. Oh, it's only 6. Okay. 6 legs. Oh, that's right. Because Morikawa wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, it's a potential option. If you're looking for quick hits, round 1, 13-1. Jesus, guys. Got demons behind me. Good God. Dog's going crazy. All right. Let's get out of that. All right. So let's look at a model now, real quick. All right. Digging into it. And first, we'll look at our card. All right. So, already talked about the outrights. Just recapping that: Xander, Brooks, Akshay, Woodland, Reed, Goddard. And I am concerned about Patrick Reed. He's much more tipped than I expected. A lot of people are on Reed, and that's not what I wanted to see. And man, it almost makes me like Brooks being at the same price. I like having Brooks instead. If we're talking same price, just on the full game theory alone, like just golf doesn't work that way. So concern there. Outrights. One name that I haven't heard, or I'm sorry, first round leader. One name we haven't heard all week, who plays pretty well, here. And I could tell you, let's see. I can tell you that, where the hell is he? Victor Hovland has a T21, T7, T21, T27 in his last 5 years. This is a guy that obviously has the game. A little shorter off the tee this year, and that's where the firm conditions are going to level the playing field for a golfer with his caliber. Love Hovland. Knapp speaks for himself. Can overpower any course. He'll be going for every green and 2 on par 5s. That's why I like him first round lead. If he hits 4 great drives off the tee of the 4 par 5s, we could be talking 4 eagle looks, which means potentially easy birdies. And he does rank pretty well when it comes to approach putting, 3-putt avoidance. Adam Scott, same thing we talked about. He is going to get around this course. Augusta may be one of the few courses on tour where course history could arguably be the most valuable trait in your bag of tricks. Woodland, the way this year's lining up, his stats fit well here to overpower this on round 1. Just really need him to be tight around the greens and limit any misses off the tee. Sungjae, same, where you have to kind of throw out the beginning of the season based on injury and look at really current form. And Sungjae has that possibility to pop in one particular round. I don't really see it stacking up 4 rounds together yet for him. But 1 round, we like Sungjae. All right. Now let's go to that model that we want to discuss here. Yeah, recent form. Perfect. Nope, not image. God damn it. Why is it so hard for me to share damn screen? Okay. All right, so there he is. Popped the most. This is my model here. Tee to green, approach, putting, 3-putt avoidance, bogey avoidance, green and regulation, par 4 average, total driving, and putting inside 10 feet. When you see a model like this and there's no red popping, you see Bridgman, total driving's got red. Fitzpatrick, 3-putt avoidance can be a problem. Si Woo putting can be a problem. But this all green is a great sign for a betting standpoint of who you want to back. Now I can't harp on this enough. None of the players that have ranked number one in any of my models so far this year have won the golf tournament. This does not auto bet number one. What it does is it shrinks the scope of what you should be looking at for betting. Like, for instance, Cam Young was 14th on the model for the players. It's a great standing. Like golf, all these guys are so good that it's just the littlest things that separate the winners when it comes to pre-tournament outrights. So you have to expand your mind and your view when it comes to model making and look at things that beyond just the accumulation, look at a few things that you want to see when you scroll across and look at all these. Adam Scott popping first on strokes gain approach. This is the last 24 rounds, so this is recent form. And he's going to be top 36. He's going to be more than top half in putts inside 10 feet. Bogey avoidance is huge. 3-putt avoidance is based on tour. It's going to be different at Augusta. He's hitting greens in regulation at top 15 on tour. These are good signs for me. Really good signs. I feel like I have got her up. We talked about it. I think it's going to be a struggle for debutantes. This is not the year you want to be debuting. Because you're not playing other courses like this the entire season. You are just unprepared for what you're about to experience when it comes to hitting shots into the smallest windows you can imagine to be able to land it where it should land to hopefully carry to where it needs to go. Like, this is a non-flag hunting course. Go watch Tiger's 2019 final round, and you'll see how to perfectly play this course. All right. So there's that. Let's go to my other models that I built real quick because we've got some props now. All right. Create model. All right. Par 5 model. Little peek here. Cam Young also pops on the par 5 model. All right. You're going to see there's some overlap, but really not much. I want to see strokes gain approach. Obviously, we need you near the green. Driving distance and accuracy, huge. But going for the green is big. Going for the green hit percentage, fine. But that doesn't matter as much because around the green proximity is going to be huge. Inside 10 feet is going to be huge. And then par 5, birdie or better percentage. You'll see here. Boom. Masters props. Oh, no. We got to go to the second one. We're riding Oberg, Knapp, Minwoo, and Homa for the Masters props of par 5, birdie or better on first round. Knapp pops number 1 at par 5, birdies or better. Great. But he also decently well around the green proximity. That's shots 30 yards or closer. So, okay, just missing the green. And then inside 10 feet, slamming the door shut. We need that. Because, I mean, you're going to have a lot of birdie opportunities inside 10 feet on par 5s based on eagles and lagging it up there and then approaching the green. This is huge. Minwoo checks the same in all the other boxes as well. You see Minwoo and Knapp really go for it. Ludwig goes for it, really checks that box. He's second favorite, though, so a little higher. And then Homa. The guy can score on par fives. So we're going to ride with these guys round one. Here's our plan. We're going to ride with these guys the entire tournament. If one of them hits at any point, we stop betting them because the likelihood of hitting birdie all par fives twice in one tournament is significantly smaller. So we'll pull them out and we'll bring in another guy that pops. Like Woodland would be next up. Rory would be high for me. Obviously, Scotty's worth a look. And then depending on how Morikawa plays, if he's looking really pure in round one, I would be willing to fire up a Morikawa birdie all par fives. Now, with the caveat, once we retire our guy from hitting, we're not going to add a guy that has already hit as well. Now, Masters aren't going to be flurries of birdie all par fives, and that's why there are these odds 11-1, 16-1, 17. There's ability to make money here if you're strategic about it. So there's that. These are great par five players. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Obviously, Bryson, but I'm very concerned about Bryson's wedges. I just think he's off a little bit. He's not in U.S. Open form. Definitely not in Masters form. Akshay would pop for me as well. Here, I like Akshay a lot. It's all about accuracy. So, that's our par 5 market. As you can see, we've got a little round robin for you this year. It's one unit. My unit sizes are $20. What would I tell you if $20 turned into $30,000 over a weekend? How would that make you feel? I'm sure it would win you some brownie points at home because that's what we created this year. We've got a round robin, first ever Masters round robin. You can get this on FanDuel. So we've got 2 golfers, top 5, including ties. And we've got 3 golfers, top 10, including ties. Our top 5 finishers, Akshay and Xander. Our top 10 finishers, Adam Scott, Siwoo Kim, Daniel Berger. Now you're going to bet this 3s and up. So 3 wagers. It'll split it 10 ways. Just put $1 per wager. That's $10. You got 4s. That'll give you 5 wagers. So it's going to put 4 of the 5 legs together for you. $1.20. And that's going to be what? $6. So you're in for $16. And then the summation of all of them, 5-leg parlay, $4.12. That's for Sunday, April 12th. And that pays $21,560. I've seen worse ways to spend $20. That's all I'll say. That is all I'll say. All right, wanted to keep this into the 30-minute range. We've gone over some models. Let's go over our final props here. There's just some markets that I really like. I put it on the card for what it's still available at, but top senior Zach Johnson plus 100. It's one of my favorite bets of the week. This seems so square, but this is one I'd rather be on the square side than have money tied up in Angel Cabrera in these conditions. Zach Johnson, no Phil, no Tiger. No one else in that 50 range that really seems like a problem. So no offense to those boys. Most birdies are better. This is a niche prop market. This is on DraftKings only. Adam Scott, 76-1. The way he's striking the ball, the way he knows his way around this course. Not a full unit, but 76-1 for the most birdies over the entire tournament. Like Adam Scott. Round 1, top 10 with ties. Akshay, plus 345. I want to find a couple ways to build the bank. quickly. So why not a couple round one bets? Top Aussie, Adam Scott, plus 300. Love it. Love it. Love it. Over Minwoo, over Cam Smith. Get out of here with that. Although Cam Smith's form at the Masters, it's a problem. You know, he was cut last year, but he's had some good finishes here. Let's just say that. When we look at a guy that could absolutely be a liability when it comes to spoiling any sort of rabbit hole doesn't have spoiling any sort of momentum you're trying to build. Cam Smith is up there. Where's he at? Here he is. So cut last year, but prior to that, T6, T34, 3 and 2, T2. Sheesh. Sheesh. Hole in one on 16? Yes. All right. They're not going to do that red bud crap again. The 50th anniversary of Jack making birdie for up top. The pin's going to be in the gettable position in the valley. And we're going to be able to see some celebration. We're going to see a hole in one on 16 this year. Plus 130. We've been doing top 10 recently for round one parlays. Top 5, this is with ties. Makes it a little more enticing. Also, the field's a little smaller. Needed to go top 5 to get really some bang for our buck. Adam Scott and Akshay. Theme continues. Round 1, top 5 parlay, 75-1. Jake Knapp, Victor Hovland. I'm just very scared about the quietness of Victor. With ties, let's just say 67-1. And then they've really nerfed the made cut parlay. So I have made the miscut parlay. It's Davis Riley, Dustin Johnson, Haotung Lee, Chris Wrighton, Ryan Gerard, Marco Penge, Johnny Kiefer. It's 7 legs. It is 252-1 on FanDuel. 7 players missed the cut. Top 15 ties, 92 players. Plenty of room for these guys to miss the cut. They're all checking the box of not striking the ball well, not playing well on faster environments. That's it. Those guys are all missing the cut. And Friday, you should have a nice payday thanks to them. Now I want to wrap up the show with one just issue that's really been digging in at me. And I've been getting grilled for it. So, wanted to talk about it. The man himself, number 1 in the world, Scotty Scheffler, and why he's probably going to win this week. Scotty has gone out and done nothing besides, this is the tournaments this year. All right, he's done nothing but go out and continue to just play good golf. Let's see. There we go. Scotty, on the season, if this was anyone else, you would be foaming at the mouth to bet them. T22, T24, T12, T4, T3 win this season. His history at the Masters, 4th, win, 10th, win, 19th. When we look at Scotty, I'm going to pull up his individual. You've had holes that have really fucked up his tournaments, and that's it. The rest of his rounds have been solid. His misses have been bad, but he's had enough time to make the mechanical change because it is not a swing change. It is not anything other than what has been identified as a hitch in the swing. And if you can't trust anyone in the world to fix a mechanical issue other than Scotty, then I don't even know what you're doing betting on golf. You should be very scared that Scotty's going to run away and win this tournament. And quite frankly, I'll be fully open to accepting you were right. Because I do have that Scotty outright at 17-1. Not having it on my card because it's not available. Parlayed it with Michigan National Championship. And so I'm covered. I feel comfortable. I've got my Scotty insurance. But when I just look at what he has been doing leading up to this, like he's still gaining every week in approach. He's had a few off rounds. And guess where he's not losing? He's not losing in putting. Guess who plays well at Augusta? Scotty fucking Scheffler. So do not be surprised if this has been the season of snoozer Sundays because there's been so many leaders that have gone out there. If you see Scotty Scheffler up 5 or 6 going into Sunday, just saying, I would have wire to wire on my card, but 35-1 is a spit in the face. That is so crazy. All right. I wanted to get that off my chest. So excited for Masters to be here. A little longer than I wanted. Real quick, just to flash the props up again. Here's the outright markets. Xander, Brooks, Akshay, Woodland, Reed, Goddard. First round leaders. We have Victor, Knapp, Adam Scott, Woodland, and Sungjae. For props, we've got most birdies of the tournament, Adam Scott, top senior, Zach Johnson. Round 1, top 10 with ties, Akshay. Top Aussie, Adam Scott. Hole in one on 16, yes. A round 1 parlay, Adam Scott, Akshay. Another round 1 parlay, Jake Knapp and Victor Hovland. Missed Cup parlay, Davis Riley, Dustin Johnson, Haotong Lee, Chris Ryden, Ryan Gerard, Marco Penge, Johnny Kiefer. And then we've got our round robin, top 5 finish, Xander and Akshay. Top 10 finish, Adam Scott, Si Woo, and Daniel Berger. Play 3 legs and above, pay out 30 grand. Don't forget to get your birdie all par 5s. Quick reminder, this whole market closes once the first person tees off. So please put these in before the round starts. Oberg, Knapp, Minwoo, Homa. So excited to be here. Go watch the part 3 contest. Let's go, Frankie. Hit it over the water, kid. Have fun with the Masters. Be back to recap it. Love you.